sometimes people just can't seem to let things go, and that's fine because it provides us with more content here on the channel. So we have, once again, some more comments from one of the actresses for Ghostbusters 2016, and we're going to jump into this article here from the Daily Mail and talk about what Melissa McCarthy has to say about Ghostbusters 2016 and the backlash, the trolls that attacked them so viciously over this film. So let's go ahead and get into the comments here. This should be a fun time. I feel a little bit sorry for those people. Melissa McCarthy says the trolls who slammed her controversial all-female Ghostbusters remake probably didn't have a great childhood. Sounds kind of like other comments we've heard in the past, like cousin humping, what was it? Cousin humping man babies or losers, something like that, from the esteemed elite film reviewer, critic, and all-around journalist out there, who I'm not going to even bother naming right now. So Melissa McCarthy has hit back at critics of the all-female Ghostbusters remake. The 48-year-old who starred in the controversial 2016 film says that the trolls and critics who slammed the film are unhappy people. So not just the trolls, the critics too. The critics. So if you're a critic now, apparently, and you give a negative review for a movie, then you're an unhappy person. It's not because the movie's bad. No, it can't be that. It can't be the fact that the movie, it was actually a garbage movie. I mean, no, it can't be that. It can't be that. It must be because you are a sexist. You are unhappy. You're just another one of those trolls. So, oh man, let's go ahead and get more into this article. Speaking to this week's issue of Stellar, she said, "I'm always astonished when people are so quick to lash out negatively." I mean, sometimes it doesn't take much to be able to, realize, hey, this movie is trash. Sometimes that comes pretty quick. I feel a little bit sorry for those people because I think happy people don't stay up till 3 a.m. online saying you're ruining my childhood. Oh, sounds kind of like the people that, well, there's a couple things I want to say about this. I mean, it sounds kind of like the people that, stay up really late, trashing people like people in the Phantom Menace and stuff, it kind of sounds kind of similar to that. On top of that, you're kind of lumping everyone into the same category here and saying literally all of these people are staying up until 3 a.m. online saying you're ruining my childhood, which is completely stupid, completely false. People, I'm sure, are saying things like this at all times of the day, from all parts of the world. So I don't know where you're pulling that from. And, on the other hand, there's several things that can be true at the same time, I think that it's a little bit silly when people say things like you're ruining my childhood. I think it's really silly when people say things like that because guess what? You still have the original films. It doesn't change anything about the original films. Same thing with like Star Wars and stuff, People say, oh, Disney Star Wars ruined my childhood. It's like, no, your childhood already happened and it's in the past. Disney Star Wars didn't ruin that, and you still have the original trilogy, so no, they didn't ruin your childhood. So I think that is a silly thing for people to say, but I think that the way that she's lumping everyone into the same category here is pretty ridiculous. Melissa added, but I also have a sneaking suspicion that they didn't have a great childhood, and I'm not the one who ruined it. Once again, lumping everyone into the same category, which I am not a fan of. I don't like when people just lump everyone into the same category and stuff. I think it's kind of silly. And I'm not the one who ruined it. I'm not the one who ruined it. No one. I mean, I agree. I don't think that you are the one who ruined it, Melissa. So, I think that I don't think that that's something that you really need to be saying out loud because anyone with common sense knows that you aren't the sole person who ruined that childhood. Melissa, along with Bridesmaids co-star Kristen Wiig and comedians Leslie Jones and Kate McKinnon, were the leading ladies in the newest version of the 1984 hit comedy, which this one wasn't a hit comedy. I'm just pointing that out. The film follows a group of scientists who aim to take down ghosts and originally featured an all-male team. However, the remake featured an all-female cast in the titular roles. Even since its full trailer debut, the fantasy sci-fi flick kind of feels like you're trying to prop this film up more than what it was. I mean, it wasn't a fantasy sci-fi flick. It was kind of just a garbage comedy film, pretty much. Has received nothing but negative comments from fans online. Many are complained of the gender shift between the original male cast to the new all-female leads. Melissa shot back at the film's critics at the time, defending her work in an interview with The Guardian at the time. I have a visual of those people not having friends, so they're just sitting there and spewing hate into this fake world of the internet. I just hope they find a friend, she told the publication. Now, this is what I have the biggest problem with. I hate it when people go after the critics, because that is the critics' job, is to rate a film, to view a film, to let people know if this film is garbage or not. You know, that is the job of the critics. To say that they don't have friends, that they're not happy people, that they're just spewing hate is so ridiculous. And I think that is, I can't stand that. I can't stand that. And I think that's what drives that. I think that's what gets under my skin the most about this entire thing. Like, sure, if you want to go after the fans, go ahead. You know, I will continue to make videos defending the fans and, you know, calling it as it is and stuff. But when you go after the critics, that just brings it to a whole other level, because you just don't want to admit, Melissa, that your film was trash. Your film was a steaming pile of garbage. You don't want to admit that, and that's on you. That isn't on the critics. The critics are doing their job. And this is one of those films where, if I'm not mistaken, based on the reviews, the critics were actually doing a pretty good job with how they handled this film, how they trashed this film. You know, so that isn't on the critics. That's on you, Melissa. You just need to wake up and realize that your film is garbage, okay? So anyway, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this? What do you think about what Melissa is saying here in these comments? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, more drama featuring Ghostbusters 2016. It'll be interesting to see when Ghostbusters 3 comes out and see how that film is handled and stuff. I'm excited for that film because I think that they are doing a pretty good job with how they're handling things with that film so far. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.